I'll be honest, I make this video every year and it's hardly the most enthralling video, but last year's was especially boring. I spent much too long talking through all the numbers, so this time let's speed it up a bit. I made all the half hours, impressions, monthly videos, podcasts and sentences I had planned. I also finished 7 LPs and completed a few years of retro impressions too. I didn't manage to finish 52 games, but I did get to 46, which is pretty good. I also didn't see 52 movies, and I was nowhere near with that, only reaching 13. The only channel I made my subscription goal on was my TikTok, although I did see some growth everywhere else, just not as much as I would have liked. And finally, I didn't release a video game. There we go, that's basically the equivalent of my entire 2023 review in one paragraph. Now we can talk about the other things instead. For one, I'm pretty happy with how my last video did, the Game of the Year 2023 video. It may well have been incredibly late, but it was also the longest script I've ever written, and it's also my best performing video of not just last year, but of the last 4 years, and if you're only looking at my project videos, even longer than that. That's actually one of the reasons I want to keep this video shorter. That was a lot of work, and next month's video is going to be a lot too, so having a break in the middle would be nice. So what did I do outside of videos last year? Not much, honestly. Which isn't to say I didn't do things, I just ended up making videos about almost all of it. Obviously I played games, but that's all in videos. I watched some films, where you can check out the podcast for those discussions. The biggest thing I did was buy a house, which needs a lot of work doing to it. We still haven't moved in for obvious reasons, but we're getting a lot closer. The bathroom is almost finished, and after that I'm just finishing my office off, and then we're going to move in. There's a lot of work that needs doing, but it's all work that would be a lot easier to do once we're actually there. The only other thing I did of real note was my first public talk, which was all about time management, but as much as I liked doing it, there's a lot of the surrounding experience which is still causing problems now that I can't talk about, so it's unlikely I'll do it again. What am I going to do this year then? Well, all of my videos are going to carry on as normal for one. I'm debating making some changes once we move, maybe more videos or more streams, but nothing concrete yet. Unlike with the housework, where I will need concrete. We're going to move and finish off the work on the house. I'm excited because I've got designs for my room which should make it a lot easier to make more in-person videos. I would like to upgrade my camera, I'm still just using my phone at the moment, but I don't think I'll really be able to afford it. It's also been much too long since I worked on a game, so I'd like to start something new there too, maybe try a bit harder to learn Godot. In a less tangible manner, I'd like to get better at writing. I started writing my sentences with the idea that if I'm writing a little bit consistently, at least I'm writing something, and it kind of worked, though maybe not. I found it generally easier to write more now, but it's sometimes having the opposite issue. It's becoming harder to keep my sentence or impressions videos concise enough to fit in the 15-second format for the episodes. At least I can talk pretty fast, that makes it a bit easier. The larger issue is that I struggle to make my writing simultaneously concise enough to not cover the obvious, while also elaborating on the interesting. I don't like explaining too much stuff in my videos. Some of that is because I assume if you're watching, say, my Dawn Trail video, you've already played the game, so you'll know what I mean without recapping everything that happened. Another reason is that I also want you to experience things yourself. If I talk about something, it's because I find it interesting and think you will too. So I want to talk about it enough for you to understand, but not so much that you don't want to have the experience yourself. The problem comes then with striking that balance, not just giving a boring recap, while also not making a point so abstract that no one could possibly understand it but me. I just find it hard to choose exactly where to do either of those. I've got a lot of stuff I'd like to learn over the course of this year: Godot, how to write better, how to build a house, maybe even try Japanese for the billionth time. I'm not going to make any promises for them, except for the house stuff, because that needs to happen regardless, but I will at least promise to take you all along for the ride while I do it. Be that through releasing a game, project videos, or just mentioning it on the podcast. I'll let you know what I do, even if it's just that I've given up on it. I guess I'll just finish this off by saying thanks. Thanks for watching any of my content last year, be it my project videos, an impression or a sentence, coming to one of my streams, or even the 2 of you who listen to my podcast. I hope you liked them, and this year you'll at least be getting some more of the same, so I hope you'll stick around too. I always make these videos just as a way of easing into the year, so they aren't the grandest of things, but I've got some stuff planned that I hope you'll all enjoy. Also, don't forget to check out my Patreon too. The support helps, but even if you don't want to pay, you can just follow me there to see all of my videos, going back almost 5 years at this point. No matter what though, I'm just glad you're here and hope you don't leave. Please. Special thanks to my patrons, Justin Wood, Hobbs and Koopy Vegeta. You can join my patrons at patreon.com/Holden Gatsby, check out my TikTok and Twitter at Holden Gatsby, and follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Holden Gatsby. Don't forget to subscribe to all of my channels. If you want more, you can watch my last video now, but if not, then thanks for sticking around. Bye.